Hello and welcome to Impact Africa, our online talk show where we get to have conversations with diverse people and organizations who are impacting lives positively. Yes, this is me, Kemi Akiyode-Adebayo, aka Mama K. In today's program, we're going to be raising an awareness of autism, which was celebrated and marked on the World Autism Day, 2nd of April 2022. Through an event by the Nosh for Josh Foundation. This was held at the Makers Landing by the Waterfront in Cape Town. And it was a day where there was a bake-off challenge with a lot of VIPs. And the day itself was the day Josh Sandy, the founder and director of Nosh for Josh, who is a child with autism himself, turned 15. It was his birthday on that day. So the day was spent in a grand way with a lot of VIPs in the audience and a lot of different people, from various walks of life who support, the issue we were all trying to focus on that day. Yes, I was the host for that day and I felt so honored and blessed to be amongst such wonderful people. So we had from Minister Nomafrench Mbombo, who is the Minister for Health. We had Minister Fernandez, who is the Minister for Social Development. We had Alderman James Vox from the Minister's Parliamentary Office, and a lot of other dignitaries from Stellenbosch University, from the newspaper, the media, from Delft, councillors from Delft, Councillor Michelle, and a lot of various people. If I left out your name, I'm really sorry about that. But we focused on what happened that day, where some young people as well, both disabled and not disabled, did take part in the bake-off, and our VIPs as well. So we heard wonderful stories from different people, and I need you to just enjoy. Then I'll come back and share some of the nuggets from that day. Enjoy.
We are here now supporting the Nosh for Josh. Today is World Autism Day. I'm here with Sandy, Josh's mom. Both the parents are here. For the part of this, what is crucial is about you don't leave anyone behind, specifically the children who are having autism. And here is about they need also access not only to the education, not only to the other services, health, social development, and everything.
I lost my dad recently, and I went down with very deep depression. And Josh would keep on saying, cookies, he wants cookies. And we can say, look, he's laughing. He keep on saying, I want cookies. And I said to my husband, no, why cookies? This is not going to work. We can't go spend money on cookies all the time, let's bake. I found my mom's recipe book and both my parents has passed on. There's a reason for all of this. And we baked cookies. The sadness, the loneliness, everything disappeared. I, myself, refused to be out in public. I didn't want to go to family gatherings at all. But my son saved me. And today we are baking cookies. And we came up with a name for these cookies. It's called Be My Voice, one cookie at a time. And I need these cookies to spread their wings. Because each color is dedicated. Blue is for autism. Blue is for autism. Red is for ADHD. Green is for mental wellness. No matter what, if it's cancer, HIV, TB, depression, it covers that color. And yellow is Down syndrome. Right, Josh? Good. So these cookies we're launching as a legacy for Josh, but also at the same time, we are going to do this at Makers Landing if all goes well today, which will. And we will bake cookies once a month with our special needs children. If it means down to Joan that's coming out by bus, I have my ministers here, I've got my ward councillors here, I want to bus them in. If we can bake cookies twice, 3 times a month, it gives them a conversation, it speaks to them. It makes them feel I'm part of a group. That's why we say, be my voice, one cookie at a time. And I am so thankful and grateful for every person that's here. And Mr. Laguma, Blue Ribbon is still confused. You're going to sponsor me, I'm just saying. You're going to sponsor me. So every person that's here today, we are grateful for you being part of this legacy we're starting off. And our vision is today reality. And our vision, which will become a reality, to have our own kitchen to bake with our special needs children. Also with the cancer patients, with the leukemia patients, with girl child, boy child. We want them to come out and feel that you are part of something. Well done, you actually did that cookie and icing. And as I said, this, and here comes my dear sister in, my sister, my elder sister, let that cookie be a voice today. We've started this journey in January, and with the first sample, and we handed it out, and my husband works for SASH, and these cookies has been traveling to Durban, PE, Joburg, East London. So where we're at today is, hey Josh, I know he's shy. We're standing here by faith. We're standing strong here because we need help. We need help to get ingredients. We need help with the venue. We need help for the kids to be transported to come and bake. So every person that's here today, there is a pledge form, and our brand ambassador, which is 18-year-old Laeeq Toffar, he will talk about it. Look what you can tick off with. I know Mr. Voss is going to guide me with the incubation program for entrepreneurship for Josh. Thank you, I'm being forward. I know Minister Social Development is going to be there. I know Minister Health is going to be there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to start from here. Mr. Blue Ribbon, we on, right? Mr. Ricardo Mackenzie, we in, right? All the way. I just want more in. I want them all in. I'm all in. So, everybody, thank you so much. Enjoy the baking. Thank you.
So that was a passionate call, from the Sandy family, for all of us. So I hope she, in one way or the other, and Josh, has spoken to you. We've got cookies for sale. They're 20 rand for 4 colors. We want to sell all the cookies today, and we do have complimentary cookies as well for you to take away. But this is a kind of a mini fundraiser event. So if we run out of the cookies, you can order. You can place an order for it. If you don't have cash, you can put pledge down to say, okay, I can't buy today, but I want to buy 1,000 rand. I want to buy 500, to give people. Because this is about doing this with love. So, let me introduce a young man, Laeeq Toffar, who is a young, selfless change maker and a humanitarian who has dedicated his life to social upliftment of children in his community in Delft. All the people from Delft, let me hear, woo! That's my area as well. Don't believe all the stories you hear about Delft. We know it's there, but there are a lot of good and amazing things. We've got the local councillors and a lot of people in here. So Laeeq is currently a matriculate at Elsie's River High School. He's going to study a degree in education after school, and he is the founder of the Laeeq Toffar Foundation, a vision he received in 2019. And that was just about when COVID started. The main objectives of the foundations are community development and social upliftment. They focus on children and the development of them through the development programs. Laeeq is committed to dedicated running the foundation and helping others in need. What a powerful, selfless, and he's only 17,
You're not 18. Are you 18 now? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I met him 2-3 years ago, and we just fallen in love with each other. And it's like a young son as well of mine. So this is a program that we have, initiated by SASH, which is the SA Society of Hope, and under that is Nosh for Josh, and a collaboration with the Laeeq Foundation, who both most as well supporting in various ways. So, Minister, you spoke about collaboration, we spoke about working together. This is what this is about. What can each person bring to the table? And I think that's what we're asking now. Councillors, our politicians, our civil society, to try and do, especially in this day and age, where money is tough, hard. COVID has even brought that more. Prices are rising, but we can work together for a good cause. So I'm going to invite my dear Laeeq Toffar.
To stand before you this morning, and I can't say thank you enough. Thank you for joining us, and this means so much, your presence, for us to be here today. I'm Laeeq Toffar, the founder of the Laeeq Toffar Foundation, and also the brand ambassador for Nosh for Josh from today onwards. I think I met Joshua a year ago. I'm trying not to be emotional because I said to Sandy we're not crying today, but yeah, if I cry, please excuse the tears. I met Joshua a year ago on his 40th birthday, and we did a meeting together with Nosh for Josh. And ever since we've been working with Nosh for Josh in collaboration with the Laeeq Toffar Foundation. And as we work together, I discovered Joshua's journey and what motivates his parents. What inspired their journey is a journey of inspiration, a journey of hope, a journey of not giving up, a journey of resilience. I think they were faced with many adversities in the journey of raising an autistic child, which is not easy. But they were faced with the adversities, but in the situation they decided to continue. They were resilient, and because of their resilience, all of us can be here today. Today, to launch a bus. My end goal for Nosh for Josh is to establish a company that will employ people with disabilities, giving them the voice, giving them the mouthpiece. And if I can be that mouthpiece, and if I can work and journey alongside Nosh for Josh, I envision a company, I will repeat, a company that will employ disabilities, kids with disabilities, people with disabilities, giving them a mouthpiece, giving them an opportunity, because people, what I realized, because I speak at school about Nosh for Josh, I was promoting the cookies plate presentations, and I was saying, we teach the autistic kids how to fit in society. Why don't we teach normal people how we should interact with people with disabilities in and on the communities around the Cape Flats? Wherever we go, people pull their face when they see a person with disabilities. It should not be like that. I always say the idea, what is this? But once you start actually learning about the disability, once you understand it, you won't feel, what is this, what's going on? I mean, I'm truly grateful to journey alongside Joshua, witness his milestones, do beach walks in the evening, and while with the planning with the event, we were designing the invite, and Joshua woke up in the morning, and I showed him the invite, and he said to me, leave me alone. And that's funny, and we greet one another, we have that relationship, he knows who I am. And I think something that stands out for me about Sandy and Mark and having Joshua, they don't exclude Joshua. Joshua is included. When we design stuff, when I do pictures, we show it to Joshua. We ask Joshua, and he keeps on asking, cookie, cookie. So obviously he's non-verbal and he speaks with prompt. But that is one of the things when you go into understanding autistic children, you know what they're actually saying because you're understanding it now instead of being, I don't want to know what this is weird, no. But the parents are they are resilient, they include Joshua. I know, and we wanted kids today, autistic children to wake, but unfortunately in people with disabilities, parents feel scared to let the children go out. And what Sandy and Mark is doing, they're exposing Joshua. He's interacting with people, and we want every disability, every kid with disability to be that way. And if their story can inspire another person, why not? And why not start a company that will employ people with disabilities and giving them the voice and also the mouthpiece. And with my task as brand ambassador comes my first job. I have to do this. I designed this beautiful pledge form and Sandy had asked me, each VIP, each guest here today, to please complete this form. You cannot leave without completing this form. We want you to be part of it. And we need people to support the vision. We need people that will give advice. We need people that will offer their resources to build this company, to enlarge the vision of Nosh for Josh. And today I just want to say thank you to Sandy and Bob for giving me this opportunity and to work alongside them and also to witness the milestones of Joshua. I'm extremely proud of Sandy and most of all her adversities and her personal life. She still perseveres to uplift people. She still perseveres to uplift people in the communities. Even though Sandy's having a bad day, she'll get into that van and we'll do drive him and we'll vent all day, but we will not give up. She will not give up. And I pray that the fire inside of you will burn, it will stay there. You will be the mouthpiece, you will come up with visions to uplift and develop children. I'm proud of Nosh for Josh and I'm proud to be part of the journey.
So, you've all got the form. We're not going to put pressure on you, but we're going to put pressure on people, 3 of us combined. So you don't want 3 of us in the same room. So what we want is, even if you're not able to help, you might know somebody that might be able to help. And that is what this is about. But sometimes we go, no, I don't know anything. I don't even know what autism is about. I don't know, what you're talking about. I'm just here for whatever reason. However, you might know someone that knows someone that knows someone. One cookie at a time is what they say. Be my voice. Let's be the voice of Joshua and a lot of other young kids, and even adults. Disability is not anything to be ashamed of, but I know our society has brought that, kind of. Even our faith, our religion sometimes, and if we haven't been thinking, about how do they do that? How do they do that? They don't want you to look at them with shame. None of the people with any form of disability, but we need to empathize. We need to translate, even if we're not sure what language to use, because language is powerful. Yes. So what can we do? Ask. If you're not sure, okay, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to do? How can I be of help to you? What can I do? Disability is not a shame. It is a human condition. So what we're going to do, I'm going to pass the mic around. We call this session plenary. Don't worry about the banners, hopefully they won't tip over. It's because of the wind coming from there. I'm going to give the opportunity for anyone that has questions or words of advice, and I want to first start with our guest here, our dear crusader for any form of disability. I didn't fully read the book, but I saw it. I actually saw the book in America on my friend's table. She doesn't know that. Who I was visiting her, and she's like, she had it on a coffee table. I'm like, wow, okay. So I read it. Yeah, I just told her this morning I read your book, but it was in America that I was in. So I'm going to ask her to come over just to share briefly anything she wants to share, because I know she does so much, as well. Not because she is in that position, but because as well, it's something I know she's passionate about. Madam Marlene, if you could come forward, please. A small tap round of applause for her.
Just to show up today here, everybody, is to say we want to make a difference. It's not for me to talk. I just want to say to the ministers that is here and the councillors is that you have busy schedules but you're here today. It shows that we need to have an integrated approach when it comes to persons with disabilities. It is about a voice, it's about budget, it's about employment, but to the parents of Josh, it's also about the parents. I had a son who had cerebral palsy, and he was my light. And so is Josh the light of his parents. And when he passed on, it was like a light just went out. Because it's not about being shameful, but it's about how society needs to understand for mainstreaming and to inclusion of persons with disability in all aspects of society. It is not to use the word normality, but it's about what it is about humanity and humility. And I think these are very important that when we're looking at forums and when we're looking at, it's not just to include the person with disabilities, but it's also to include parents. Why did I come today? Is to show up and to support, not to stand here today, but to see how more can we make and influence people to say, give that person with a disability a job. Because without a job, you don't have dignity. Put resources towards the household, for instance. Also look at programs for the parents also to see how do I support the parents in order for them also to feel that their humanity and also in their society they are looked at in particular, that they are inclusive in our society. And the challenge also for us is to give, but also the understanding. Lastly, I want to say is that sometimes we just brush it away. We, in our faith-based communities, in our societies, in our inclusivities, even in our families, I can tell you, people come and visit and they leave. They don't even ask, and Sandy will tell me, they won't even ask Sandy, can I take you out for tea or can I help you with taking you just out, and I'll take Josh out and I will help you. Practical issues that we need to look at. So today I'm standing here to say, as a parent who experience, it can be a very, very lonely road. It is not just about the medical model. We are very, and I feel in this particular province, we are so privileged to have the city of Cape Town, the provincial government, like we have Minister Sharna, we have Minister Mbombo, we have councils here that wants to work together. It's for me the integrated processes. We have enough policies, it's the implementation thereof. So I would like to say thank you for you to turn up. It's not for us today about our egos. I think just for you to be here is the most important thing. So Sandy, Josh, parents, I want to say to you, wow. I also sit on the presidential task force, and all that we talk about is policy. It's implementation. What difference do we make with that family in their household? That is the most important thing. So I leave these questions with all of us. I would also like to pledge the venue. It's a state venue. I always say it's a state venue, which is Artscape. Let's put things together There's a kitchen, we can go to Grand West, we can go to Convention Center, Chrysalis. There's all of these young people, let's bring them together where there is already government support, and then we do that because you have a vision, you have implemented. All that we can do here today is support you. I'm not going to say Happy Autism Day. I'm going to say action, vision, implementation. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is James Vox, and I'm the City of Cape Town's Mayoral Committee member for Economic Growth and Tourism. And it's really great to be here, and thanks very much for the invitation. I gladly accept it, and I must say it's been very inspiring this morning, listening to your journey and that deep desire to do more, and to use your personal experiences to shine the spotlight brightly on issues that we want to not see, issues that we would like to push aside and just get on with life. But the reality is that is life. And so to the family, we wish you all the strength, and to all the supporters, your family, your friends, the entire network. You know, we sometimes need the help of state to make it. We need the help of families, communities, but when we pull together, and that's what I truly love about Cape Town, it's when we stand together, it's when we unite. And you've mentioned resilience a few times today, especially your new ambassador. And that word is a very, very powerful word, because that's what Cape Townians do. When times are tough, that's when we demonstrate the real Capetonian, that spirit of giving, the spirit of caring, and that very deep desire. And so all the speakers this morning, they've made powerful points about their personal experiences, and especially from government, the role that we play, provincial, national, and city, joined up government, because these are the real issues that affect Capetonians, no matter where you live, no matter where you come from. And of course, putting my economics hat on, you know, I like the concept that you're putting forward, because we have to see how we can bring people with disabilities into the workplace, and how we can change the workplace and even our labor legislation to make much more reference to the employment of people with disabilities. We're very quick to color code things, but we are falling behind when it comes to employing people of all backgrounds and specifically of all conditions, because no matter what your condition, you can make a contribution to our economy. And I really, really love the idea of taking this initiative and turning it into a business, because that really excites me, because that's looking through a new lens at something that we try to always be the welfare, but now we're turning it upside down and we're actually making a business out of it for the right reasons. And so I want to wish you all well, and I want to say to the organizers, thanks for doing what you're doing, because it could very much be a Facebook exercise, right? We see these things coming through our Facebook all the time. But today we are here with our masks off, because and I must be very careful. I said on a television interview last week, when I was asked about my opinions about not wearing masks anymore, I said, well, Capetonians have beautiful smiles, and we want to spread the love and not the virus. But this is what we do. We come together, the spotlight brightly on things that matter to people, where they are, and this is what it's all about. So I'm really, really happy to be here, and we will certainly explore how we can support. And to my colleagues from the city, they're all seated here. There was a lot of reference made to the councillors, and so here you've got ward councillors today that have come out, because these things happen in our wards, where we live, where we work, where we play. I was a ward councillor once as well, and And you're not only a politician, you're also a social worker, because you work with people, and people have real issues. So you can't deal with these issues on Facebook, you deal with them right here today. So thanks for those inspirational speeches, and I want to say to the family, all strength. The City of Cape Town supports you, has joined our government. We will look at further methods to explore our support. And as Marlene said, there are venues out there are kitchens out there. Let's see how we can get into our communities and make this vision a reality with you. So with those few words, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much, sir, for that. Now we're going to just pass the mic around. If anybody wants to say anything, I'm being guided as well.
Thank you, Robert. Good morning, everybody. It's sad when people say the minister with the money when the money is actually sitting in the room. Thank you so much for your kind words. I had the opportunity to engage with you before the event started. And I think it's important to thank everyone who came by today just for showing up. You showed up for Josh, and that's important. Because I don't like to talk about persons with disability. It has to be about inclusivity. And you know, I had the privilege of going to the Cape cottages, and you all know some of the children are there. We have disabled and normal children in that sense. But you know what the lesson I learned spending 3 hours there was? That the normal children learn so much from the disabled children that at the end of the day there was no difference. They were equally able, and that's how you learn from a tender age at an ECD level how to make your way through life. It's always difficult to depression, COVID loss, grief, all of the other stuff. But Sandy, you came through. And when she invited me, and I said, I can't make it. She said, that doesn't matter. So I said, okay, I'll take the rolling pin. And she said, take the rolling pin and do something. But I'm glad that I'm there. And for me, the appeal I got to you, my dear friend and sister Marlene said, action, vision, and all of the implementation. And I want to appeal to you to talk to others, because government doesn't have a silver bullet, a solution to all of the societal problems. And one of the big challenges we face the government presently is that of budget cuts. So despite the budget cuts, what we need to do, and I see my friend Claudia over there, is to look at building public-private partnerships where we get all stakeholders. And what we are experiencing here today is exactly that. At the government level, we have intergovernmental transversal working relationships. Minister Mbombo, Minister Schaefer, Minister Marais, myself, and Minister Mayor are in a work group called Well-being and Dignity. And I have said to Minister Mbombo, we need to put this on our next agenda item when we meet as a team. We work with the city. I met with Patricia, met with Ross, Councillor Ross on Wednesday. So we need to talk at the city level, and we've got Mayor himself here, who looks after the assets of the city. Where's the place where we can start this water factory that's going to work for Josh? So I'm sorry if it seems about putting you on the spot, James, but more importantly, to every councillor in the room, you have residents in your wards that are disabled, various levels of disability. How do we reach out in a manner that displays care, respect, and dignity? And it even starts with accessibility. You're in a wheelchair. How do you access that flat or that room without the ramp? So it requires us to think differently about disability and not just see it as autism on a scale of 1 to 10, but rather to look at it in an inclusive manner and see it as part of life and the way we live every single day. I certainly will be making a pledge in my personal capacity
It starts in early childhood development. It's how we raise our children. And at the end of the day, it is really about showing up authentically and reflecting our humanity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Minister. Powerful words there, sorry about that. I'm just going to get quickly. I don't want to dwell too much on what has been said. The Minister, thank you for pledging in a personal capacity. Thank you. Where's my other brother with Isaiah? He's gone back, I think, into the kitchen. Thank you for all you said, there as well. Inclusivity is important. Caring, showing up, reverted, action, implementation, vision. There's so much that has been said today. And I feel so honored to be amongst you. And I don't like a talking shop, I said that earlier on. And I'm hearing from what we're doing today is about action and implementation. So not just policies. We do need the policies. Thank you for what you said about taking it to the committee. We need the policies because that is important, but we need to act and implement and follow up and check. Are we doing it right? What else do we need to do? We need to monitor, we need to evaluate. And thank God we have Councillor Adonis here, who represent Delft as well, and a lot of other, famous VIP people, who are here. So let me invite Laeeq. He just wants to say a little bit more about the pledge. He's our brand ambassador, as you heard. So Laeeq.
Morning once again, ladies and gentlemen. Please reminder to complete the pledge form. If your form has been completed, just raise your hand. I will collect it from you and place it in the box. Thank you so much to the speakers and everyone that completed the form. We're excited to work with you and build this company and build an inclusive society. Thank you. And please note, there's cookies on sale as well, and all proceeds will go to Nosh for Josh, and also your purchase will give a voice to a child with disabilities. We have 4 colors: green, mental health, blue, autism, red, ADHD, yellow, Down syndrome. Your purchase will contribute to the empowerment and also giving them a mouthpiece. Thank you.
Thank you, Laeeq. Thank you for that. Now we've got another young man. Don't be deceived by that. He's a very young man, just like I'm a young lady. Alistair is the head of CSI for the Blue Ribbon, and I know they've been supporting SASH and Nosh for Josh and Laeeq Foundation last year with the Slides of Love and a lot of other projects. So Alistair, a few words.
Good morning, everybody. It's a huge honor for me to be part of this exciting venture that Sandy's endeavoring. First, just like to also greet all the ministers and all those who represent the Parliament and the people that are of importance. It's always good to see people like yourself taking time out of your normal day to come and be part of such a momentous event. And Blue Ribbon is a company that stands on 3 pillars in the Western Cape. We feed, we educate, and we uplift. That's what we stand for. And for the last few years, I've been fortunate enough to be the person that does all these things. I've seen a lot, I've experienced a lot. As a person also, you get to meet people and stories, you hear a lot of stories of the poverty, the hunger. And what we try to do as a business, we try to help and come alongside people like Laeeq and Sandy that goes out there and feed the community and help the community, especially young people. And I always say that as a business, we are always willing to partner with whoever do community work and really go out and feed the people. We get scrupulous people that utilize or use our generosity for self-gain. We have seen that it happens. But as a business and as a brand, as Blue Ribbon, we have been assisting the 2 of them for the last couple of years or so. Whenever they phone me, Alistair, or they send me mail, we need some assistance in bread, whatever. We're going out into the community, we're doing it twice. It's always, we help. So that is what the brand stands for. And whoever is working in the community, like people sitting here, if you need to approach me and say, listen, we're doing a program, whenever, can you assist us? If it is for the right reasons, we gladly assist. And that is what the brand stands for. So whenever you go out there and see Blue Ribbon bread, and you purchase a loaf, purchase Blue Ribbon. And I guarantee you that money that you spend on that loaf goes back into the community. And I've always heard people say, you come around and you talk about what the brand is doing, it's all going into the businesses and all. I tell them we're involved in the community in a huge way. I mean, we're involved with the environment, cleaning the environment, we're educating, we're painting a lot of ECDs, we try to uplift the community with education, especially with the school children. We go out there, we teach them about the environment, recycling. So the brand is doing quite good, and that's why us coming along saying it's not a problem. We want to do it because we're part of education. And I think also, just to finish off, I've got friends that also got those kids. And I never understood at the beginning. For me, they were naughty because I didn't understand. And the more time I spend with the family, the more I realize, these are special kids. You need to treat them differently. So I'm glad that I could be part of this. And you're more than welcome to approach me after this event if you need any assistance. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alistair. Thank you. Wow, Blue Ribbon, they feed, they educate, they uplift. I think the music you're hearing from downstairs brings us a cue that we have to officially finish up here because we're supposed to finish at 10, so we've run a little bit over. But I want to just say thank you to all our 5 key hello? Oh, okay, it's me. Senior moment I was having. We want to say thank you to SASH, Africa USA, World Makers Landing, the Laeeq Foundation. And at the same time, we want to say thank you to ShopRite, Pick n Pay, the A Waterfront, Active Ambulance Services, and see the banner there, the Chef's Brigade, the donated the aprons, Francois Diary, DCD Creation, our photographers, Ashwin in the house. Thank you, and Claire, thank you for all you've done. Don't go away, I'm watching the people going away. We haven't finished the fishing, I'm watching. And you can't go without buying the cookies. I mean, come on. And you heard the pledge form as well. So we need you to complete the pledge form. If you see anybody with the Nosh for Josh t-shirt, give it to them. And we need you to buy cookies, they're 20 rand. We want to sell all that we bought here. I've already pledged, well, I didn't say, but I'm going to pledge 500 rand of cookies. So I'll pledge on behalf of my husband and myself, we'll buy 500 rand of cookies. If I don't get them today, you owe me. Okay, so we need more people, please. We need to sell the cookies. We're going to cut the cake. Now the next step is, this is the official beat. Finish. What next? Laeeq and Sandy, will you quickly come for 2 minutes just to round up that? We're going to go in there. The kids have been baking in there. We want you to go. That's why you got your apron on. Don't worry, you don't have to bake or don't bake. I can't even bake myself. I always burn anything I bake. So it's okay. You can just carry the flour bowl or something. Yeah, it's okay. Or you can dip. You can maybe dip. And that will be okay. So we're going to go there. They're going to do it in numbers. And we're going to just take pictures. And once I get Sandy, she's still busy. Okay, all right. So that we finish the official pack. We've got complimentary cookies as well for you to take home with. And we have the ones we're selling. So what next, I believe, is we've all heard, we need venue for where to cook these cookies. We want to develop them as well as a product. So Sandy already said she's going to be working with the right people and yourself and Josh and Laeeq to make sure that we have developed and making it into a business, the right business, a social enterprise that will put back in the community, that will hopefully be able to employ people of disability, no matter what form of disability they have. So thank you all for being here. Sandy's family
said, when we put the idea out there, without the partners, we would not have been here today. So as a small appreciation to everyone that has donated, the partners and especially the donors that has contributed towards the event today, we just have a small certificate for you as appreciation. So you can just give that.
Francois Berries, are they here?
In their absence, we'd like to say thank you to Francois Berries.
Actually the first company that came on board and supported with butter and eggs. So thank you, Francois Berries.
Makers Landing, can you please be here? When we had the idea, I said we need venue, and being A Waterfront was the first place we checked in, and they were like, yes, we want to do this. Thank you so much for your assistance and your support. Africa USA Radio, our media partner, she was unable to join today, but thank you for all the support that you've shown behind the scenes and the podcast and the stuff that will be aired. Thank you. And everyone is important, but especially Mama K, Mrs. Kemi Akiyode-Adebayo from World Africa, the CEO. Thank you so much for joining hands on this campaign. Thank you, an amazing host. We appreciate your support and we look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Then we have Active Ambulance Services. They were second in line and they're offering paramedics for us all the way when we are doing our baking. So thank you so much.
And of course our VIPs, if you will not mention here today, all the ministers, all the councillors, all the CEOs, all the founders of organizations, we thank you as well. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for being open to joining us today. Thank you for being open to working with us. And there's a small bit, we've got a box of cookies for you, and also a cupcake. And let me not forget DCD Creations for this beautiful cake for Josh's birthday, and all of the people that have supported, that did the pledges. Thank you so much. If you did not complete the pledge, please just raise your hand. I will collect it from you. Thank you.
Then lastly, the Alderman Foundation also supported with ingredient sponsorship. So we can pay, thank you so much.
Thank
and
you
I
so
think
much.
we are, Josh's words is always, this is a new word. We're ready to bake now. So please join us in the kitchen. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wow, I hope you've been encouraged and inspired from this wonderful event, showcasing, determination, strength, relentless, not giving up from Sandy, Mark, and all the village that make up the family of Sandy, our sister, our friends, neighbor, and a lot of other people who have supported her through, Nosh for Josh, Laeeq from the Laeeq Toffar Foundation, who is the brand ambassador, a young man himself who is selfless, in terms of what he does. We heard about them talking about being more inclusive and, having an integrated approach, to working with people with disabilities. And as well, whereby it's not just about the public, but private, a kind of PPP, public-private partnership, taking ownership of this and implementing various advocacy rules on terms of what we need to do more, because more still needs to be done. More of our young people, especially who have disabilities, need to be focused on, be it autism, be it ADHD, be it Down syndrome. There's more that needs to be done in various communities. Now the Be My Voice through Nosh for Josh is a project that we're hopefully going to see as a company that will employ, people with disabilities and abilities as well to mingle and work together, to, whereby they're being provided a source of income, through this wonderful, unique project that we look forward to seeing more of. Sandy, Joshua's mom, gave me a poem that I felt I need to read out. I don't know the author, so an unknown author. It says, "Joy of autism. Who am I trying to educate? The person who stares in the grocery store, the customer who rolls their eyes in Walmart, the family member who says it needs more discipline, the teacher who says it needs more medication. This is autism, and I'm proud. You'll never know the depth of love it holds. What a beautiful poem, there. And I'm sure you've learned one or two things based on what has been shared. Thank you to Dr. Marlene, who took us to Artscape on that day. She felt she needed to act immediately. She's somebody who supports disability and a selfless champion and crusader herself. So she took us to Artscape that day to celebrate Josh, with a wonderful guest, that day we're watching ballet. So we took some pictures as well. So we hope you enjoyed the voice notes, the pictures, videos, and everything we shared there. So till next time, we continue to raise an awareness of people who don't have a voice of their own. Thank you to SASH, the Society of Hope. Thank you to Mr. Laguma, the head of CSI, Blue Ribbon Bread, for supporting an interesting cause. And thank you to Africa USA Radio as well for being a partner in this. And thank you to Makers Landing for giving us the venue to use on that day. We look forward to reporting more of some of this, wonderful blessings, this foundation will continue to do. We had people, who pledged on that day to support in various forms, either volunteering through regular funding, donation, and this is something that Sandy said they still need, within the organization. They need petrol, they need more funding, they need more support, they need more people to help them with raising awareness. So I hope in one way or the other, you can help do that in your community, wherever that is. Till next time, this is Mama K signing off. Stay safe, stay blessed. Love you all. Remember, God is good.